Signing the executive action on the wall, President Trump doubled down on his claim that Mexico will reimburse U.S. taxpayers for the cost of it. He spoke with ABC World News Tonight's David Muir.
And we will be, in a form, reimbursed by Mexico, which I've always said.
So they'll pay us back?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yes.
So the American taxpayer will pay for the wallet first?
All it is we'll be reimbursed at a later date from whatever transaction we make from Mexico.
Of course, during the campaign, candidate Trump said that Mexico would flat out pay for the wall, never talked about reimbursing. Either way, Mexico has made it clear that it won't be paying a penny. Just before air, I talked with Mexico's former president, Vicente, who's been a vocal critic of the Trump plan. President Fox, we're learning tonight that President Nieto is under pressure to cancel his trip to the U.S. Should he? Would that be the right decision, in your opinion?
It's a very extended, deep pressure. And I'm sure he is considering it because the behavior on his counterpart is horrible. It's not worth sitting with a guy that is so fixed on his ideas, that he's so authoritarian, and that it's only looking after gaining the momentum, recuperating what he lost last weekend. So he is considering it. And my thinking is that he should consider it, that if at any point in time when he's sitting with the president, he's again aggressive with Mexico, he's again offending Mexico, if he is mentioning that he will impose 35% taxation on cars made in Mexico, President Peña should stand up, should get out of there, and should tell him, we don't need your NAFTA. We can live without it. You cannot. You cannot because of just the food, the grain that you export to Mexico, the meat. Yes, the 40 million US dollars, 40 billion that you export of finished automobiles, luxury, trucks, agricultural machinery, motor parts, auto parts, is over 40 billion, which means, again, millions of jobs for USA. If the mirror strategy will apply. You tax Mexican imports, we will tax U.S. imports in Mexico.
You know, he now is saying he's going to take concrete steps to build the wall, going to get that going by way of executive action. Obviously, as you said, initially he's saying he's probably going to have to get money from Congress. He does continue to say that ultimately Mexico will pay for it, whether it's directly, whether it's through renegotiating trade agreements, whether it's, you know, taxing remittances that are sent from people in the United States to Mexico. Do you think the wall will ever get built?
I have said and I have told Donald that Mexico will never pay for that wall. And now I have to repeat it to this guy, Sean Spicer, which is going exactly the same line. He again repeated this morning that Mexico is going to pay. They better understand that we are not paying for that wall, that U.S. taxpayers will pay for that wall, and it is a wall that is a waste. It serves no purpose on the objectives that are set for that.
So when Americans, though, yes, you know, who support Donald Trump, who want that wall built, what do you say to them? Why is it something, what they're saying is, well, look, every country should be able to control its border. There's a problem on the southern border. Why isn't a wall part of the solution?
I just saw a poll that mentioned that 80% of Trump followers, which at the very end is 25% of U.S. population, that's all he has, 80% are in favor. But when you talk about all American people, it's scarcely 40%. So the big majority is not in favor of building a wall.
But to those who are, what do you say? Why isn't a wall acceptable?
It's stupid. It doesn't work. There is already a wall. It's at least covering 70% of the borderline. A wall, big wall. The remaining 30% is deserts, is places that there's no people there. Why is he going to waste taxpayers' money in this stupid wall? It's just a waste of money.
What do you see as the relationship moving forward between Mexico and the United States? What do you think it's actually going to look like under President Trump?
With the United States, it's excellent. It should be kept excellent. We both have constructed a great NAFTA North American, successful, competitive, great worldwide, Canada, United States, and Mexico. There is no reason to change that. That's U.S., that's America. But Trump is a different thing. He doesn't seem to be an American. He's a false prophet that is taking that nation into the desert.
One of the things, though, that Donald Trump believes, and many of his supporters believe as well, is that Mexico needs to do more to stop people from crossing the border illegally, to stop people from coming up from Central America through Mexico into the United States.
Yeah, we're doing that, Anderson. Today, the amount of Mexicans crossing the border undocumented is less than half of what it used to be. What is changing is the Central Americans. Today, 80% of people crossing that border to attain a work comes from Central America. Trump doesn't even know that. How is he going to find out those supposedly 11 million Mexicans that are in the United States undocumented? He doesn't know where they are. And furthermore, these people returning to Mexico is because Mexico now has full employment. In my region, which is 60% of Mexican population, is full employment and salaries are going up. So we finally are doing it. Why the stubbornness of Trump to try to provoke a Mexico in poverty? That's not to the advantage of the United States. Imagine having in your backyard people with hunger, people unemployed, people that it gets violent because of the hate and because of the offenses they have received. What is the win for the United States on this stupid proposal of Trump? I really get to me mad.
President Fox, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Anderson. Good luck.
Well, just ahead, more reaction.